guys? So I am back talking to y'all about Terry Goodkind's latest book, Death Mistress, and the one that I got for free from Tor, and I was really excited about it. And I wanted to get back to y'all because I've just read the first 100 pages to the book. And for me, when you read fantasy books, a lot of times they are often like 600 pages or 500 pages. And I like to read the first 100 pages to know if I'm going to like the book or not. And so I finished the first 100 pages. I took my time. I wanted to read this new series, and I want to talk to y'all about the first 100. So this will contain some spoilers, and if you haven't read this far yet, look away. Don't listen to it because it could mess up your book for you. But yes, I want to talk to y'all about what I think about it and certain things. Okay, so as y'all know from my last review, this book deals with Nathan and Nikki. And okay, I'm just going to tell y'all what I feel about those two. It is very different. This is like the Suicide Squad of of Terry books, because you go through the Sword of Truth stories, and you got real clear-cut heroes and real villains, and overall you kind of get it. But these people, they're the villains in my opinion. Of course, we know Nikki, she was a straight up villain, and Nathan, he's not a villain, but he does have the Raoul spirit, and I'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so for me, they are two very funny or really weird characters. For me, I personally can't stand them, but I love the book, and I'll explain. Nikki and Nathan throughout this entire book wear a mask. They are pretending. They are pretending that they are not the two violent, disturbed, messed up people that they actually are. And like in a way everybody is, but their mask is so see-through in my opinion. Like most people can kind of cover it, but they are so see-through. I think the author wanted it like this. I think he wanted us to be annoyed. I can't stand Nathan. I can't stand Nathan's fake, jolly, I'm going on an adventure, but I can punch a girl in the face and crack her jaw open if I want to. I hate Nathan. Nathan got the I'm such a good guy. And yet he is such a classic bad guy Raoul. I'm seeing so much Oba in him. I'm seeing so much Dreffin in him. I'm seeing so many bad guys in Nathan that that I can feel the Raoul spirit is not there in him, the bad Raoul. Richard is because he's a war wizard and he has a lot of Zorander in him. He is been like tempered. He's not so arrogant and so fake and so conceited, where Nathan is just all of those things and above, and is so annoying. And Nikki needs some help. I'm looking forward to reading the rest of this book because I think the writer is going to he's going to grow Nikki some more. Nikki needs more growth. It's like she is so empty. She doesn't know how to feel. She just does not know how to feel, and she tries, but like she always is like, if you're a guy, like she's always got to follow a man. Before she followed, when she was a kid, she was obsessed with however her dad thought. And then she becomes the sister of the light, and she becomes obsessed with whatever they are doing. Then she becomes sister of the dark, and she's obsessed with whatever the keeper's doing. Then she becomes Jagan's girl, and she's obsessed with whatever Jagan's doing. Then she becomes Richard's girl, and now she's obsessed with Richard. And it's like, Nikki, get your own brain. She is so obsessed with whatever person she's inspired by that she allows to fill her and doesn't think for herself at all. And I find that annoying too. And so I'm looking so forward. This is the new Chronicles. This is Nikki's. This is Death Mistress. I'm looking so forward to seeing these two characters grow. And I think that's why the writer picked Nathan and Nikki, because I think that he knew that they had so much potential and they needed so much more help, and they needed to actually shine, because Nathan's 1,000 years old and Nikki's like 500. So they got a lot of years and a lot of history and a lot of bad things, a lot of good things underneath their belt. And they need to learn who they are. That's the thing about it. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing two characters wear a mask, and underneath the mask, they don't know who they are. And I love that. I love it because I'm looking so forward to seeing what they become. And they've added another character to this named Bannon. And Bannon, he fits right on in with them. So the whole story is basically now on a ship. It's got kind of a Pirates of the Caribbean feel into it. It's not the class. This is not a Sword of Truth story. It does not have the Sword of Truth feel. It feels like its own. It has its own feel to it. And they're all on a boat on a pirate ship, and it's not pirate. I'm sorry, on a more of a not exploring ship. What is it called? Once where they get like treasure and they take it back to port. I don't know what it's called, but on a ship. And Nikki and Nathan have taken up, residence there, so they can do Richard's mission. Richard sends them on a mission. Richard, in my opinion, Richard's quite annoyed with these two characters too, because it's not like he sent them on a get out of my face mission, because he tells Nikki, why don't you go as far away from me as possible and see if anybody who is really far away doesn't know about my empire. And she's like, really, Richard? Is that what you want me to do? He's like, yeah, why don't you just like go to like the farthest stretches of the earth and see if they don't know about what I'm doing here. And I said, because Richard's annoyed too. And then he sends Nathan with her. I'm like, yeah, nobody wants to deal with them right now. And so I love that. Or Richard could see also, Richard, the most likely, he can see too that they need to learn about themselves more and need to maybe explore some things themselves and understand their own feelings, because they're both living kind of a half life. So Bannon, the new character, he's a young man. He's the opposite of them in that way. They're really, really ancient. He's only like 20 years old, and he came from a farm, and he's wearing a mask too. He's probably like cute, like little redhead, skinny. And the thing is, he's lying. He's just like them. He's like, oh, I'm so cheerful and I'm so happy and I just need a sword for decoration. And in the back of his mind, you can hear a little bit of what he's thinking. And what he's thinking is his dad beat up his mother and he probably killed her, and he's got so many problems and he probably killed his own dad. It's like so much evil going on with Bannon. And I kind of love that. And so, but he's annoying just like them, because they're all so fake. And then now we're dealing with mer people, so that's kind of fun. We're dealing with actually mer people. And I didn't call this Scalise. I'm not sure. I just got to that part in the book, but remember I stopped at 100 pages, so I don't want to go too far. And yeah, they are so they are like mermaid people, but they're like evil and they're ripping and they're tearing. And they're people. The people on the boat have taken wish pearls. And wish pearls are, I love the design. It's two let me sit this down for a minute. It's two shells connected at one, like two hands, like praying or something like that. And when you open it up, it's got a little tiny wish pearl in it, and they're worth some money, and they collect them and they sell them at port. And so we got this captain. The captain is like he's even lying too, and he's such a. The thing is though, the captain is real with Nikki, but he lying. Nikki asks him, so have like she asked like do he know like how's he living, whatever. Forgetting how I got into conversation. But basically this captain, he has like 4 wives in different ports. And he says, I am a good man because other captains visit the brothels and I don't do that. Instead, I just take care of all 4 of my wives and all like 5 of my children. And they don't know about each other though, but I'm a good man because I don't bring her back disease. You are cheating on everybody, and they don't get to go to brothels. They're sitting there waiting for this guy, and he's being a little liar, going to each wife, probably showing each wife a different face, while he goes and takes care of those kids, then leaves her and goes and if only his wives knew he was. I hate that crap. I hate that he thinks he's a good guy. See, I don't mind what he's doing, but I hate that he thinks he's a good guy. And so this book is already inspiring me to have a lot of emotions, so as you can see. So yeah, and of course we got, a lot of different like elements in it. Nikki has to kill a few would-be attackers, and she does not kill them. Sorry, she did not kill them. She doesn't really messed up to them, but they deserved it. And so it's got a lot of, we get to see another side of Nikki too. We get to see her a more vulnerable side. I shouldn't have called her weak earlier. She's not actually. She's just disturbed. She's got issues, and this character's complex. And so the thing about Nikki is, we get to see another side of her. And this, she was like, she's throwing up because the wish pearl divers, they poison her, and so she's throwing up, and she's sloshing around trying to get to another cabin to go so she can get to Nathan's cabin and ask him for help. And that's a different side to her, a more vulnerable Nikki, a more human Nikki. And so this is her chronicle. It's not Nathan's. And so I'm pretty impressed right now with Terry that he would tackle a female. She's like, it's hers, not Richard's. Now, I loved Caitlin Caitlin was amazing. Caitlin's actually my favorite character in the Seeker series, in the Sword of Truth series, but it was not her book. It was Richard's book, where this is Nikki's chronicles. I mean, Nathan really is taking a back seat. If you think it's about Nathan, it's not about him. Nikki is the head person in this book. So it's really exciting to see it from a female heroine side, as you can see on the cover right there. And I'm looking forward to telling y'all again about the next 100 or 200 pages, and that's what I like to do. So first of all, I want to say after the first 100 pages, I am very happy with it. I'm enjoying it, and I recommend it. So yeah, I want to make maybe a couple of more, play this part 1. Maybe I'll make another part 2 or part 3 if y'all are interested, and tell me in the comments if y'all tried it. Have y'all seen it? Yeah, have y'all seen or seen it in stores? And if you do see it in stores, pick it up. It's called Death's Mistress. And actually, do they do bookstores no more? You might just get this online only, actually. And yeah, I would recommend it. Yes, so first 100 pages are good. And yeah, that's basically it. And tell me in the comments if y'all have your own reading technique, especially when it comes to fantasy books, because they can be a bit long. And so I'd like to read the first 100, see if I want to keep going. So I will talk to you guys later. Like I said, in all my other videos and this video too, I'm an author. Check out my book back in the links at my channel, and I'm gonna be doing something really different soon. I think I'm going to be giving one of my books away. Not giving it away, putting it part of Kindle's direct library. It's when you can read my book for free. Instead of buying it, you can actually see, if you like my book, you can read the first 100 pages of mine. So I will talk to you guys later, and yes, I'm going to keep going because it is awesome. Okay, guys. Bye.